Okay, now, to make it more interesting, we can do one or two things. We can either put clouds in the sky, or we can put stars in the sky. So let's double click, go into the sky, select it. So we have to do our very interesting things. Okay, when you have something that you've brought in from Illustrator, it has all these group and drawing object sub settings. And what you can do is here on sky, if you select it, if you use Command B until it gets all dotty, like we did when we were using the text, this will take it out of the drawing object, take it out of the whatever the subgrouping was, and then you'll be able to make changes as though it was just a drawing object, because now it is just a drawing object. Okay, so now we're going to change the color of the sky to make it a little darker, and let's go for a nice deep blue. And that looks good. Okay, and this is the sky layer, so we're going to call this sky, S-K-Y. And now, let's add another layer, lock the sky, and on this, let's put in some stars, S-T-A-R-S. Okay, so we'll put in some stars. We've got these beautiful, beautiful lights, right, that we made for the tree. And they are actually pretty nice for stars. So we'll drag some in. And if you recall, they twinkle, so we need to give it some room to twinkle in, and they twinkle for like, I think it was 50 or 60. Let's go ahead and go in and check that. So we'll double click on one of these. And it's still at 56. 56. Yeah, 56. So we can go ahead and just leave that at 56, but that means we need to have at least 56 frames in this symbol, or we will not see the twinkling. But then we want to make sure that we change the properties so that they don't twinkle all at the same time. So let's go for just one of these stars, and we'll change the options. We want it to loop, but we'll change the first frame to 15, and then we'll leave this one at 1, and we'll change the first frame for this one to 23, and we'll change the first frame for this one to 40, and then change the first frame for this one to 43. Whoops, 143, we don't want that. Okay, so that one's right, that one's right, that one's right, that one's right. Okay, so this is good. And so that's a nice little star thing going there. Let's see how that looks. That looks nice. And now, another thing you can do, which is kind of fun, okay, this doesn't necessarily work automatically. You have to change some settings. But if you go into, under the paintbrush, you'll see you have the spray brush tool. And if you get the spray brush tool, and here under symbol, spray, no symbol, so here you see, oh, it says symbol. Click on symbol. Symbol, spray, no symbol. Well, let's go to edit. And let's get this light. Okay. And let's make it, let's have random scaling, which I don't think it'll do, but we'll do it anyway. And let's change the scaling down to like, 50%. Now you have to be kind of careful with this because it tends to get really messy, but here we go. We've got the spray light and the brush. Let's make the brush smaller too, because what we want to do is we want to make sure it looks like little nebulas. So let's make this a little bit smaller. And now you sort of go burst, burst, and burst, burst, burst. And this way you get this interesting look to it. So you get some nice sort of Starfield looks to it. Okay, so now let's hit Command Save, okay. And now let's go out to Scene 1. And let's Command Return and see what it looks like. It has a really nice look to it, doesn't it? It's kind of interesting and it looks sort of magical. So there you go. That is how you can have this really nice background pan effect that allows you to use this sort of multiplane camera kind of look that will make your image a lot more exciting and interesting. I hope you found these videos useful and informative. Let's go and win us a scholarship.